Hi everyone and welcome to the July 2024 release video hop with Altenew. There is a fantastic new release available now and we are hopping to celebrate. I am going to be using this gorgeous Sulfur Cosmos stamp set. Look at that flower. Big and gorgeous. It has some fantastic fonts. It's got big sentiments. Big fan, big fan. It also has coordinating layering stencils. So there's 3 stencils for the actual flowers themselves, and then there's a background stencil that you can use on its own or with. And thank goodness there is coordinating die cuts. I do love me some die cuts because fussy cutter I am not. No. So I am going to be using the layer stencils with the stamp set first of all. And of course I'm going to be using my stamp wheel. We're going to put some paper in there. We're going to grab some luscious inks. And then we're going to ink blend to our heart's content. While I'm getting all of this ready, I just need to take a second to apologize for my voice. I know it sounds horrible. For some reason, I have some kind of voice deficit thing, cold going on for the second time in 2 months now. So if this grates on you as much as it does on me, I'm really sorry, but hopefully you'll stick to the for the remainder of the video. You can always turn the sound off. You don't need to listen to me jibber jabber on. But anyway, as this is a video hop and we are celebrating, there is also lots and lots of giveaways. I will cover those a little bit further on in the video, but there's $300 worth of gift vouchers to be won. So you're definitely going to want to check out the rest of the hop. Make sure you subscribe to everyone who's hopping along because everyone is insanely talented. You're going to be so inspired and you're just going to want to get into your craft room right away and just get creative. So now we are going to start here with our layering stencils. I know. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stamp up the flowers with the outline image. And we're going to use a very, very soft light grey. So that it's kind of giving a bit of, not quite no line colouring look. But it's going to be very, very soft. It's just going to give a very delicate kind of outline. So it's not going to be very harsh with the black. We're just going to go super, super soft. I know, I don't know what's going on with me. I lost my voice. I've lost my crazy color combinations. And, this is going to end up a 1-layer card. So there's 3 things crazy going on here. I promise this is not a scream for help. I am not sitting here winking can you see me? Help me. I promise everything is fine except for the fact that I sound like somebody's taking sandpaper to my throat. So yes. Now here we are going to stamp a little bit first. And I'll tell you what, this is all, everybody knows how to stamp pretty much, right? So I'm going to hop into the giveaway details for the time being. And so there's going to be a link to the Altenew video, which is the release video. So you're going to want to make sure that you go and watch that video and leave a comment on that video because the comments from that video, one of those comment makers is going to be the winner of a $100 gift voucher. And then there is another 4 $50 gift voucher up for grabs that was going to be randomly drawn from the comments left on all of the videos on the hop here. So I'm, highly encouraging you to leave comments on all of the videos, give those thumbs up, subscribe to everyone. And then you're going to want to make sure that you keep an eye out on the Altenew winner page on their blog on July 17th because that is when the winners will be announced. You can leave your comments all the way up until July 15th, so you have almost a week. And then down in the description box below, you will also find the link to the next person and the person before me and the person after. So hopefully there won't be any broken links or anything. But if there are, for whatever reason, you can always go back to the Altenew video and just find the whole entire hop list there. So we are going to hop back into the card making part here now. So you've seen that I've just been like ink blending away. I've been having some fun, and I've been using some of the inks that were released in June. So these are like really soft, pretty pink. It's almost kind of like a old-fashioned pink. It's really, really pretty. I think, well, actually, the lighter colors look more pink, and then the darker ones are almost sort of like a, not maroon, but it's got like a little hint of that. So it's really beautiful range of pink inks, and I think they work so well for this flower image as well. Now, so one thing that I will say that is just something that I is taking a little bit of a getting used to, for me anyway, is that on the Altenew stencils, sometimes you will have different parts for different bits on these stencils. So having some kind of masking tape, like post-it tape, you can see all of those bits and pieces that I have all over the place. You're definitely gonna want to check like where the pattern is, and where everything is gonna go, because it's very easy to just kind of like miss something, and then you've ink blended over a part of the image that's already been ink blended. So just bear that in mind. But apart from that, the layering stencils, I am such a huge fan of them. I love them. They're so versatile. They take like hardly any space in your craft room. And, when it comes to making a card fast and adding color, apart from like just, no, not even like when you spritz sprays and things, because they have to dry. Like ink blending is definitely the fastest. But here, you might notice that I've zoomed in now, and that is because we're going to add a little bit of detail with some clever ink blending, or like detailed spotlight, intentional ink blending. So first we're going to go over with the green. And I've used pistachio, and then we're going to use mossy meadow, I think it was. And we're going to use some of the micro blending tools just so that we have a lot of control. And then we're going to add the darker color just in like selective spaces, so that you get more of a 3D look. This is to help you create a much more kind of alive image, rather than sort of a 2D. So we're going to take it from a 2D to a 3D by just adding a little bit of color in select places, and it will just bring in a level of kind of detail to your image that is, when you sort of say it, you're kind of like, well, I don't know about that. But once we're removing the stencil, you'll see what I mean. And it's such a little thing. It takes a little bit of extra time, obviously, but I really do think it's worth it, because you get such fantastic results from such a tiny little effort. Yes. And also, I did forget to mention that I did take my sticky mat out of my stamp wheel, because I didn't check like where the image was going and how the layering stencils were going to work. But we're going to use the stamp wheel now for what it was intended. So we're going to stamp up our sentiment, and we're going to go straight onto the image. We're not actually going to use the coordinating die cuts, although I love them. They're so good. They even cut out the words on like the sentiments as well. So big fan of that. Big fan. But we are going to just stamp this up with a little bit of black ink. And I did actually kind of forget that I had the flower image still on the lid. But I thought, you know what? It will still work. So I didn't remove it while I was inking up the sentiment. But then I thought it's probably best to make sure that it goes on straight. Yes. But you can actually stamp with stamps both on both sides of the lid. Just, you might get a bit of ink on your fingers, but hey, Now, this is our card almost finished. But, I did say that it was going to be a 1-layer card, but we are going to splatter some metallic watercolors on it, because it's just one of those things that, for me, is not great at 1-layer cards. I am not good at white space. This helps me tremendously to kind of feel like the card is not naked. I know that sounds crazy. How can a card be naked? It's a piece of paper. But it's just something that kind of like, it just takes some of that kind of angst away, for me anyway. So I decided to try a couple of the colors. I did actually add quite a lot of gold splatters. So this is, oh, I say gold. So I actually used the pinky color that you can see now. I'm going to be stirring up. So I tried it on a piece of paper first, and I thought, you know what? That looks fantastic. And it actually really, really works so well with the ink colors as well. But I nearly went completely rogue here and didn't use my splatter box. But then I thought last minute, no. We're going to be smart. We're not going to make too much of a mess, because the splattering does create quite a mess. But I remembered at the last minute, I was like, no girl, stop that. We're not going to make a splattery mess. We're going to keep it inside the box. So this is the card almost finished now. So all it needs at this point is a card base, and then we are done. But that is it from me for today. Just make sure that you check out the rest of the hop, and leave me a little doggy emoji in the comments to show me that you have watched this video. Down in the description box, you will find everything you'll need, including affiliate links at no extra cost to you whatsoever. I will make sure to link to the next person on the list, as well as the Altenew video right at the top, so you cannot miss it. But thank you so much for stopping by today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon again. Bye for now.